is the secret to getting to that 60-year milestone?
What if justice could make you smile, even bring tears to your eyes?
Let her get her way.
She's always right.
That's exactly what Judge Frank Caprio gave to the world. From the son of immigrants to an international icon of compassion, his story is one of hope, humility, and humanity. Today, we honor the unforgettable journey of the people's judge.
All those factors into consideration, the matter will be dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Frank Caprio was born on November 23, 1936, in the city of Providence, Rhode Island, United States. His father, Antonio Caprio, was an immigrant from Italy who worked as a fruit peddler and milkman. His mother, Filomena Caprio, was a homemaker who always encouraged kindness and hard work. As a child, Frank lived in a working-class neighborhood where life was not always easy. He helped his family in small ways. Frank Caprio was the second of 3 brothers. Despite the challenges of a simple life, Frank's childhood was filled with warmth, family bonds, and a sense of community.
With people, and that message has resonated around the world.
Frank Caprio's journey in education began in the public schools of Providence. He was a bright student, curious, and always eager to learn. While attending Central High School, he stood out not only for his academics, but also for his involvement in community activities.
I turned 100 in June.
100 years old. Come on.
After high school, Frank worked part-time jobs to support his education. He believed strongly that knowledge was the key to a better future. With determination, he went on to study at Providence College, where he earned his bachelor's degree in political science. His hard work and discipline made him the first in his family to graduate from college, a moment of immense pride for his parents. But Frank's dreams didn't stop there. He had a passion for law and justice. To pursue this dream, he enrolled at Suffolk University Law School in Boston. Balancing studies with part-time work was never easy, but Frank never gave up. In the late 1960s, he successfully earned his law degree and began his professional journey as a lawyer. Instead, Frank started small, taking on local cases and serving ordinary people who could not always afford high legal fees. His reputation quickly grew as a lawyer who cared deeply for his clients and treated everyone with fairness and respect. In addition to his legal career, Frank also worked as a school teacher, teaching American government at a local high school. Frank Caprio's path to becoming a judge began in 1985 when he was first appointed as a municipal court judge in Providence, Rhode Island. At that time, he was already respected in his community as a lawyer and educator, but the courtroom gave him a much bigger stage to show who he was. Most judges were known for their strictness and formality, but Frank Caprio was different. He believed that justice should not only be about punishment, but also about understanding, compassion, and second chances. In his courtroom, he listened patiently, often smiling, and sometimes even sharing personal stories to comfort the people who stood before him. Soon, his unique style of judging began to capture attention. In the late 1990s, a local TV show started broadcasting clips from his courtroom under the title Caught in Providence. What began as a small local program quickly spread across the country and eventually across the world. Millions of people watched Judge Caprio handle minor cases, parking tickets, traffic violations, and small infractions with extraordinary kindness. His philosophy was simple. Everybody who appears before me is a human being, and they deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. These words touched the hearts of viewers everywhere. His courtroom became a symbol of humanity within the legal system. Over time, Judge Caprio's fame grew beyond the borders of the United States. Short clips of his cases went viral on YouTube, Facebook, and television networks worldwide. People were inspired by how he blended fairness with empathy. He was not only delivering justice, but also teaching life lessons of compassion, forgiveness, and hope. What made Judge Caprio's rise to fame so unique was that he never tried to be a celebrity. He remained the same humble man from Providence, always crediting his parents, his community, and his immigrant roots for the values he carried. Yet by the 2010s, he had become an international icon, loved by millions who saw him as the people's judge. Behind the robe and courtroom fame, Judge Frank Caprio was, above all, a devoted family man. He married Joyce Caprio, the love of his life, and together they built a home filled with love, laughter, and strong family values. The couple shared more than 60 years of marriage, standing beside each other through every challenge and every success. Frank and Joyce were blessed with 5 children. The Caprio household was always lively, filled with warmth and togetherness. Frank often said that his greatest pride was not his career, but his family. He believed that being a good father and husband was the most important role he could ever play. Over the course of his long and meaningful life, Judge Frank Caprio received countless awards and honors, both for his legal service and for his humanitarian spirit. One of his most notable honors came in 2017, when he was given the Man of the Year award by the Italian-American Foundation. His TV program, Caught in Providence, also became a major achievement in itself. The show went on to receive a Daytime Emmy nomination, a rare accomplishment for a courtroom series. Frank was also honored by several educational institutions. Suffolk University Law School, where he studied, recognized him for his contributions to law and society. In Rhode Island, he was considered a living legend. Local organizations, cultural groups, and community institutions frequently honored him for his leadership and humanitarian work. His name became synonymous with kindness, fairness, and dignity in the justice system. In 2022, Judge Caprio revealed he was battling pancreatic cancer. He faced the illness with courage and grace. On January 5, 2025, Judge Frank Caprio passed away at the age of 88. His death was mourned globally. By the time of his passing in 2025, Judge Caprio had not only earned respect and admiration worldwide, but also achieved a level of financial stability that reflected his decades of hard work. His estimated net worth in 2025 was around $2 million to $5 million. This wealth did not come overnight, nor was it built on fame alone. It was the result of years of dedication as a lawyer, judge, teacher, and television personality. His home was not a mansion filled with luxury, but rather a warm and welcoming place where his children and grandchildren would gather. It reflected his values: family, comfort, and togetherness over extravagance. When it came to cars, Judge Caprio was never known as a collector of luxury vehicles. He owned reliable, practical cars that served their purpose. For him, cars were simply a means of transportation, not a symbol of status. This modest approach to life made him even more beloved because it showed that despite his success and global recognition, he remained grounded and connected to his roots. In the end, Judge Caprio's true wealth was not measured in dollars, houses, or cars. His greatest riches were the love of his family, the trust of his community, and the admiration of millions around the world who saw him as the embodiment of fairness and kindness. Judge Frank Caprio proved that justice is not only about laws, but about love, mercy, and respect. Although he is no longer with us, his words and compassion live on in the hearts of millions. He was not only a judge, he was a reminder of the good that still exists in humanity. And that is how the world will always remember Judge Frank Caprio, the people's judge.